वेलकम टू दिस लेक्चर ऑन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन। इस लेक्चर में हम सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस की बात करेंगे। व्हाट इज दिस प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस, जिसको हम कई बार सिंपली इंडक्टेंस भी कहते हैं। इसका बेसिस है फैराडे लेंस लॉ। फैराडे लेंस लॉ सेज कि induced EMF will be set up in a circuit whenever a changing magnetic flux is linked with it. So rate of change of magnetic flux linked with a circuit will be equal to the magnitude of induced EMF, और जो इस induced EMF का direction होगा, the direction will be such that it will oppose the change which produces it. Now opposition of change producing it means कि जो सर्किट का बिहेवियर है, that behavior will be such कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम एक कंडक्टर लेते हैं जिसके थ्रू हमने करंट पास किया, और वो करंट जैसे उस कंडक्टर के थ्रू पास करता है, इट स्टार्ट्स सेटिंग अप ए मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। यू आर ऑलरेडी अवेयर ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड बीइंग सेट अप बाय अ कॉइल, जिसको हम एक सोलेनॉइड कहते हैं। एंड दैट सोलेनॉइड लुक्स लाइक दिस, कि अगर हमने इसमें करंट I इंट्रोड्यूस किया और इसमें नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स है N, उसकी लेंथ है L, देन द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एसोसिएटेड विद दिस सोलेनॉइड, अगर इसके अंदर एक एयर कोर है, एयर कोर वुड मीन कि कोई मेटल कोर नहीं है या कोई सॉफ्ट आयरन कोर नहीं है, देन द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इनसाइड इट वुड बी इक्वल टू μ0 टाइम्स N इंटू I। और ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एक खास पैटर्न जो मैग्नेटिक लाइंस का है वो ये होगा कि द मैग्नेटिक लाइंस विल बी सर्कुलेटिंग इन दिस मैनर, कि एक एंड से ये मैग्नेटिक लाइंस निकलती हैं और दूसरे एंड में एंटर करती हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम इसमें नॉर्थ पोल इसका ये ले लेते हैं, देयर द मैग्नेटिक लाइंस लीव दिस एंड, दे कम अराउंड और दे एंटर एट दिस एंड इन दैट मैन। सो दिस इज हाउ वी सेट अप or we see the magnetic lines outside and inside. अब एक proportionality इसमें ये आ जाती है कि since this magnetic field depends on the magnitude of current, we have associated with magnetic field another property जिसको magnetic flux कहते हैं। अगर magnetic flux को define करें तो ये magnetic flux है phi equal to B into A into cos theta। थीटा का रोल ये है कि अगर हम एंगल लेते हैं बिटवीन मैग्नेटिक वेक्टर दैट इज बी वेक्टर और ए वेक्टर, देन द एंगल बिटवीन बी वेक्टर एंड ए वेक्टर इज थीटा। अगर ये एक सर्कुलर करंट लूप है और इसमें मैग्नेटिक लाइन ऐसे, ये इसका एरिया वेक्टर है, अगर इसके थ्रू एक मैग्नेटिक लाइन इसी डायरेक्शन में पास होती है सच दैट इट इज पैरेलल टू द एरिया लूप, तो ये एक मैग्नेटिक लाइन है बी, देन एंगल बिटवीन बी एंड ए, angle between B and A is 0 degree, so we can write then magnetic flux will be equal to B into A। अब ये जो हमारे इंफॉर्मेशन है इसकी बेसिस पर इमेजिन कि हमारे पास एक ऐसा कॉइल है जिस कॉइल को हम इंडक्टर कहेंगे कुछ देर के बाद, या इसमें एक प्रॉपर्टी होगी सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस। इस कॉइल के थ्रू हमने एक करंट सेटअप किया है। करंट सेटअप करने के लिए वी कैन हैव टू वेज। अगर हम एक ऑर्डिनरी सर्किट बना लें, ये एक बैटरी है, यहां पर एक स्विच है और की है, और इसके थ्रू हमने करंट को ऑन किया या ऑफ किया। सो एट द टाइम ऑफ स्विचिंग ऑन एंड ऑफ देयर विल बी ए चेंज इन मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द करंट। फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब आप करंट को ऑन करते हैं, ए वेरिएशन ऑफ करंट टेक्स प्लेस लाइक दिस। अगर एक डीसी सर्किट है, सो दिस इज टाइम एंड दिस इज करंट I। द करंट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द वैल्यू 0, rise like this and will go to a certain value, and this value then is the constant value जो करंट मेंटेन करेगा सर्किट में। For a DC you can understand कि it stays at a certain value called as peak value of the current, and the growing phase, ये जो growing phase है करंट का, जहां तक करंट ग्रो हो रही है, this time may be very short time। ये टाइम जो है, this time could be of the order of 10 raised per minus 3 seconds, 10 raised per minus 4 seconds, which we call as the transient time, but this is a finite time। ये टाइम जीरो नहीं है, it is finite, and later on the current has acquired a constant value, then it does not change much। The story of switching off is reverse। स्विचिंग ऑफ के टाइम क्या होगा कि व्हेन यू पुट द सर्किट ऑफ, जो यही करंट है ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम it had acquired a certain value, say this was the value, then it decays. Maybe जो ये time है जिसमें decay हो जाता है and reaches the value 0, this is again a very short time and this time is again finite. So अगर यहां हम करंट को चेंज ना भी करें, the phenomenon of changing current occurs in the circuit at two times compulsorily. One is the on, that is switching the circuit on, and other is switching the circuit off. We also call it as the make and break of the circuit. When you switch the circuit on, you make it. When you switch the circuit off, you break it. So in that sense, there will be the changing current associated with a coil like this at the time of switching on and off. You could also do the same process in this manner कि अगर हम यहां पर एक रियोस्टैट इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं, then what will happen is कि अगर ये हमारे पास एक रियोस्टैट है, this rheostat which is a variable resistor, this variable resistor will produce a changing current जो हम resistance circuit में change करने से बना सकते हैं. तो ये एक variable resistor है, this is the rheostat. यहां पर हमने जो सर्किट में इस रियोस्टैट को लाया है and here is the battery, here is the battery, ये एक स्विच है. So when you switch the circuit on, you are changing the resistance of the circuit with the help of this rheostat. तो आप देखेंगे कि as you go on changing the resistance, the current in the circuit will vary. What we want to do further is like this कि ये varying current जो है, this varying current as per the rule which we said कि एक coiled conductor में current के proportional एक magnetic field रहता है B, जैसे एक सोलेनॉइड में, और B के साथ एसोसिएट किया जा सकता है मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स. सो आई कैन से दैट द मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स which is associated with the coil is directly proportional to I. So this magnetic flux is equal to B into A. We have kept area of the coil constant, but we see कि जो B है, that B would be something like this, mu 0 times N into A. So as the current increases, B will increase. That means magnetic flux will increase. As the current decreases, B will decrease, the magnetic flux will decrease. And this is the definition of magnetic flux. अगर एक सिंगल टर्न कॉइल है, अगर इस कॉइल में n टर्न्स हैं, so for n turns, this is n turns, the coil will have a magnetic flux given by N into B into A. And this magnetic flux which we associate with the coil because of current passing through it has a very important role to play. What's that role? The role is that if I see that magnetic flux associated with the current or magnetic field associated with the circuit is because of current in itself, जो इसके खुद की current है, we have a proportionality. That proportionality, as you see, is that magnetic flux becomes directly proportional to I. Let's go further कि मैं इस proportionality को remove करता हूं. I may write phi is equal to L into I. जो ये constant मैंने L introduce किया है, this is called, so L is called self-inductance of this circuit. Self-inductance of the circuit. And this self-inductance is going to be a very important property of the circuit as you see just now. तो ये जो इक्वेशन है, इस इक्वेशन में हम एक चीज ला सकते हैं कि जो ये phi है, this actually the total flux. I call it as total flux. तो अगर आप चाहो तो इसको आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो that if this phi is the magnetic flux through a single turn and we have n number of turns, like you see there are n turns, 1, 2, 3 and so on, तो ये n phi equal to Li लिखा जा सकता है. अब ये जो phi है, ये मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स ही है, बट इट इज मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स एसोसिएटेड विद ए सिंगल टर्न. तो जब हम यहां phi टोटल की बात कर रहे हैं, अगर ये ऐसी कॉइल है जिसमें काफी सारी टर्न्स हैं, देन इट वुड बी n टाइम्स ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स ऑफ सिंगल टर्न. नाउ व्हाट वी सी इज फ्रॉम Faraday-Lenz law, the law says that induced EMF is equal to, so we have induced EMF equal to minus d over dt of phi b. This is now the total magnetic flux. Total magnetic flux would mean that it is equal to n phi. So we have induced EMF equal to minus d over dt of, ये जो n phi है जिसको मैं अब total magnetic flux कह रहा हूं, इस n phi की जगह मैं L into I लिख सकता हूं. I can write L into I. So L, which we call as the self-inductance of the conductor or coefficient of self-inductance, becomes a constant. हम थोड़ी देर बाद देखेंगे कि what are those factors on which L itself will depend. So for the time being, we have induced EMF equal to minus I. ये L टाइम पर डिपेंडेंट नहीं है, तो आई एम गेटिंग L आउट इनटू di/dt. एक बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट इक्वेशन जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में हम यूज करते हैं. इट सेज दैट व्हेन अ करंट इज चेंजिंग थ्रू अ कंडक्टर, that changing current through the conductor, very, very important, that I must change with respect to time. That changing current through the conductor combined with its coefficient of self-inductance gives rise to an induced EMF, and the negative sign states that this induced EMF will oppose the changing current. That means it will oppose the change which produces it. तो याद रखें कि Lenz's law gives us a very simple rule. The rule is to preserve law of conservation of energy in nature, that the direction of induced EMF should be such that it should oppose, or it should be opposite to the change which produces it. तो यहां पर जो change produce कर रहा है induced EMF को, that is di/dt. This minus sign indicates that direction of induced EMF should be such that it should oppose the change producing it. तो आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि when the circuit is such that current is trying to grow from here, ये circuit कुछ ऐसा behavior करेगा that it will try to decrease the current, because the growing current is to be opposed. It will try to, in a way, kill the current. And when the current is trying to decay now, जब current कम हो रहा है, with the passage of time, it will do something which will increase the current. So that part we will see soon, that how this happens. और एक कंसेप्ट आएगा जिसको हम एक तरह से एक बैक ईएमएफ कहते हैं या एक अपोजिंग ईएमएफ कहते हैं. दैट अपोजिंग ईएमएफ विल अराइज इन द सर्किट बिकॉज ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ इट्स सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस. नाउ दिस इक्वेशन इज समथिंग सिग्निफिकेंट. इस इक्वेशन में से हम L की बात कर सकते हैं. दैट इफ आई से व्हाट इज मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ L, यू विल से दैट मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ L इज इक्वल टू इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ. इसका मैग्नीट्यूड लेंगे डिवाइडेड बाय di/dt. सो मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ di/dt एंड मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ वी आर डिवाइडिंग. अब ये जो यूनिट वाइज हम लेते हैं, दिस इज मेजर्ड इन वोल्ट, सो इट इज वोल्ट, एंड this is ampere per second, so this is ampere per second. Ampere for current and second for time, which becomes equal to volt into second divided by volt into second divided by ampere. तो ये जो quantity L है, जिसको हम अब coefficient of self inductance कहते हैं या self inductance कहते हैं, इसका यूनिट बनता है हेनरी. So this quantity volt into second divided by ampere is called as Henry, and we have the symbol for Henry is capital H. So 1 Henry is equal to 1 volt into 1 second divided by 1 ampere. We could further go to understand कि what is the value of 1 Henry. अगर हम 1 Henry self inductance एक सर्किट की डिफाइन करते हैं या उसको डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं, what will be that 1 Henry? तो you will agree with me कि 1 Henry is equal to 1 Henry is this value. It is equal to, I can put it like this, कि अगर मैं इसकी जगह हेनरी लिखता हूं, so it is 1 volt divided by 1 ampere for current per second. So this could be something जिससे हम definition निकाल सकते हैं 1 Henry का. So 1 Henry is the self inductance of that circuit in which an induced EMF of 1 volt is produced when a changing current passes through it and the current changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. So this is the definition of 1 Henry. And by this time you have understood that what self-inductance of a circuit, the self-inductance of a conductor or a circuit is that property by virtue of which the circuit or conductor opposes the flow of a changing current through it. When I say changing current, that way this property is different from resistance. Resistance में हम ये कहते हैं that it opposes the flow of current. Whether the current is changing or not, वो हमारा वहां पर issue नहीं है. Maybe the current is not changing, but still the conductor will oppose. But here, in case of self-inductance, it is that property by virtue of it, by virtue of which the circuit opposes the flow of a changing current through it. Changing current could be increasing current or decreasing current which it has. तो ये फिनोमिनन हम बहुत आसानी से देख सकते हैं लेबोरेटरी में. लेबोरेटरी में हमें क्या करना होगा कि वी टेक ए बल्ब. तो ये हमारे पास एक बल्ब है. सो दिस इज ए बल्ब. इस बल्ब को हम कनेक्ट कर देते हैं एक बैटरी के साथ. हियर इट इज द बैटरी और ये एक स्विच है. सो नॉर्मली व्हाट वी डू इज कि व्हेन यू स्विच ऑन द बैटरी द बल्ब ग्लोज. When we switch off the bulb or we switch off the circuit, we take the key out, the bulb is off. Magar, if we put a coil like this, ये coil क्या होगा? You take a copper wire and take this copper wire, put it on a piece of iron, जिसको हम iron core कहेंगे. So this is the iron core of this. ये हम अभी थोड़ी देर बाद देखेंगे कि this becomes a very strong inductor and this assembly will now show something like this. कि जैसे आप यहां पर सर्किट ऑन करते हैं, the bulb glows very brightly, then becomes dim and continues to glow dim. Now when you switch off the circuit, again the bulb glows very brightly and it is put off. Why these two bright flashes of light? These two bright flashes indicate that there is some extra EMF present in the circuit, and that extra EMF is because of the self-inductance of this coil जो हमने इसके साथ कनेक्ट की. And we will soon see कि जितना number of turns इसमें ज्यादा होगा, the self-inductance will be larger. And this number of turns could have been reduced अगर हम एक single turn wire लेते हैं. Why that does not show this phenomenon dominantly? That is because you will see कि जो हमारे पास एक सिंगल टर्न है उसमें n नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स कम है, इसकी सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस कम हो जाएगी. वी कैन फर्दर गो विद दिस इक्वेशन नाउ. जो इक्वेशन आपके पास है दैट वी हैव n टाइम्स फाई इज टोटल सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस, जिसको मैं फाई टोटल भी कह सकता हूं, एंड आई पुट इट इक्वल टू l इंटू आई, सो दैट l इंटू आई बिकम्स इक्वल टू n टाइम्स फाई, और L becomes equal to n times phi divided by I. Now remember that if we have a coiled conductor like this, जिसको हम सोलेनॉइड कहते हैं, और मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट्स ऑफ करंट में इसकी आपने बात की होगी कि द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड विच इज प्रोड्यूस्ड इन दिस सोलेनॉइड, इफ ए करंट I passes through it, this is the current I passing through it. इसमें नंबर ऑफ टर्न जो है वो है कैपिटल N, और जो उसका लेंथ है दैट length is L. So we have magnetic field produced inside it. Mu naught is the magnetic permeability of air or free space multiplied by N multiplied by I. This small n means the number of turns per unit length. So capital N is the number of turns per unit length. Number of turns per unit length is equal to B. तो मैं इसको यहां पर यूज करता हूं. What I do is I put phi equal to B into A, or we have L equal to N by I multiplied by, इस phi की जगह मैं B into A लिख रहा हूं. B into A, मैं further B की जगह mu 0 into N into I लिख देता हूं. So I get N divided by I multiplied by B की जगह mu 0 into small n into I. ये B की जगह मैंने लिखा mu 0 and I into capital A. So this is B. So I have further, I can put small n equal to capital N divided by L. So I have N by I into mu naught into capital N divided by L into I multiplied by, so small n की जगह capital N by L multiplied by I multiplied by A. So you will agree कि I gets cancelled now. I have an expression like this. The expression says that this is equal to n square mu naught n square, n into n is n square into A divided by L. Again, this is significant to realize कि जो हमारे पास अब मैग्नेटिक ये सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस है इस सोलेनॉइड का, that self inductance of the solenoid becomes like this कि we have self inductance of the solenoid equal to mu 0 into n square into A divided by L. तो you will agree कि जो self inductance का magnitude है it is proportional to n square. That way I said in the beginning कि जब हम number of turns ज्यादा लेते हैं other than one turn the self inductance increases. So we have L proportional to n square, and you'll see that self inductance will also depend ki how closely these turns are placed. If we have over a distance L 100 turns, then over that distance L, if we have 200 turns, 300 turns, the self inductance is going to increase. And also you'll see that it depends on A. A is area of the coil, so L is also proportional to A. तो अगर मैं ये कहूं कि on what factors does the self inductance of a coil or a conductor depend, मेरे पास 3 फैक्टर्स है. पहला फैक्टर नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स, दूसरा फैक्टर द डिस्टेंस ओवर विच इट इज स्क्वीज मीन ये कितने डिस्टेंस में आपने रखा और इसका कॉइल का साइज कितना है. सो आई से द साइज ऑफ कॉइल. देन I'll also say the third parameter, that is this. अगर हमने एक सोलेनॉइड लिया जिसमें आयरन कोर हमने इंट्रोड्यूस किया है as the medium, so this mu naught will get multiplied by mu r, so we'll have L equal to mu r multiplied by mu naught into n square A divided by L. So the third thing I have is medium. क्योंकि अगर हम मीडियम बदल देते हैं, इफ वी ब्रिंग ए फेरोमैग्नेटिक मटेरियल जिसका रिलेटिव परमेबिलिटी, मैग्नेटिक परमेबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा है, यू विल सी दैट द सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस विल बिकम वेरी वेरी लार्ज. सो इन दैट सेंस वी रियलाइज कि सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस डिपेंड्स ऑन द नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स. आई कैन पुट इट लाइक दिस कि अगर आप इसको देखो तो दिस बी नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स पर यूनिट लेंथ, देन द साइज ऑफ द कॉइल कितना, एरिया कितना है, then the medium which we call as the core of this coil. In case of straight conductors, this property is weakened because straight conductor का जो size और जो उसमें number of turns है that happens to be small. तो यहाँ जब हम एक straight conductor लेते हैं, this property does not become prominent, although there will be a very weak property or very weak effect, or there will be some very weak self-inductance, but it is not a considerable property. However, it becomes a considerable property if we have a coiled conductor. In other words, जहां आपकी requirement रहती है, जहां आपकी requirement ये रहती है कि you should have a coil with a very large self-inductance, और we have a device जो हम यूज करते हैं alternating current circuits में, जिसको हम एक choke coil कहते हैं. A choke coil will have a very large value or a considerable value of self inductance. वहां हमारा जो कंस्ट्रक्शन है डिवाइस का वो ये रहता है that we try to put a very large number of turns of the coil on a very strong ferromagnetic material जिसको हम एक फेराइट रॉड कहते हैं, that is its core, so that आप इस एक्सप्रेशन को देख के आप देख सकते हो that you are trying to increase the value of relative permeability, you are trying to increase the value of n, you are trying to increase the value of area, and you are maintaining n, the number of turns, over a very short distance. So this property of self-inductance has a mechanical analog. Mechanical analog is कि अगर हम mechanics में एक equation देखें, how we see a mechanical object behaving, one of the fundamental laws there at work is Newton's second law, which says that force is equal to d over dt of p. P is linear momentum. If I put p equal to mv, so we have F equal to ये बन जाएगा m, assuming कि mass becomes constant into derivative of p will be like this. So linear momentum is m into v. मैंने m को differentiation के बाहर निकाला है, m is a constant into dv by dt. There is an analogy between this equation of mechanics and this equation of electricity. In electricity, we say that magnitude of EMF is L into dV by dt, di by dt. So we sometimes call the self-inductance, जो self-inductance है, जो हम mass के साथ इसमें compare करते हैं, we call it as the electrical analog of inertia. So what is inertia in a mechanical system is that inertia does not allow you to change the state of motion or state of rest of the object very easily. It resists that change. Same is true here. यहां पर जो inertia है, that inertia is कि एक वो सर्किट जिसमें सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस बहुत ज्यादा है, it does not allow you easily to induce an EMF or introduce a current into the circuit. So it is electrical inertia. और ये L जो है अब किस किस पैरामीटर्स पर डिपेंड करेगा, that is in front of you, that you can see how we make a circuit with huge electrical inertia so that it is difficult for current to pass through it, and how we can make a circuit with less electrical inertia. In case of DC circuits, the property of self-inductance becomes of significance only at the time of switching circuit on and switching the circuit off. The circuit will have the considerable change, that means a considerable value of the EMF, induced EMF, which is due to self-inductance at the time of make and break, and the property becomes more severe at the time, more intense at the time of break of circuit than the make. Reason being कि at the time of decay, the decay of current takes place quicker. So di by dt, that's rate of change of current with respect to time, has a larger value at the time of decay when the current is decaying in the circuit, and it has a smaller value at the time of growth. Growth means when you are making the circuit. So you will see that the prominent phenomenon will be present at the time जब हम सर्किट को ब्रेक करेंगे, ना कि एट द टाइम व्हेन वी मेक द सर्किट. लेकिन हमारे पास कुछ करंट जो कंटिन्यूअसली वेरिएबल करंट्स हैं, जिसमें अल्टरनेटिंग करंट आपको ऑलरेडी पता है, दैट अल्टरनेटिंग करंट लुक्स लाइक दिस, जिसमें एक करंट कंटिन्यूअसली चेंज हो रहा है विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम. इस तरह की करंट की प्रेजेंस में, जो अल्टरनेटिंग करंट की प्रेजेंस है, इसकी प्रेजेंस में जो सर्किट है, जिस सर्किट में हमने कॉइल्ड कंडक्टर रखा हुआ है, वहां पर जो बैक ईएमएफ या जिसको आप एक इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ कहते हैं, दैट इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ ड्यू टू सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस बिकम्स अ prominent property and is present throughout the phenomenon. It may become silenced in case of DC circuit once the growth of current is over and it has no change in the current. It may not be effective. लेकिन यहां ये इफेक्टिव रहता है हर वक्त, because at every point of time the current in the circuit is changing with respect to time. After understanding the property of inductance and how the coefficient of self-inductance is determined by the medium, by number of turns, the size of coil, हम अब इस तरह से सोच सकते हैं कि can we determine कि अगर एक coil, जिस कॉइल को एक अच्छा सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस हमने दिया है, उस कॉइल के थ्रू हम जब बैटरी या करंट पास करने की जरूरत जब हम कोशिश करते हैं, सो व्हाट हैपेंस, डू वी हैव टू डू वर्क? इफ वी आर डूइंग वर्क, then that work is stored in this coil in the form of a certain energy, and that's what we want to calculate now, energy stored in an inductor. So imagine ये हमारे पास एक coil है और इस coil कंडक्टर में हमने एक करंट का सोर्स कनेक्ट किया है. अगर इस coil कंडक्टर में आप ग्रोथ ऑफ करंट और ब्रेक या मेक के बगैर भी बात करते हैं, तो ये मेरे पास एक रियोस्टेट है. इस रियोस्टेट को हमने सर्किट में यूज किया है. ये हमारे पास एक बैटरी है और ये एक स्विच है जिसको आप की कह सकते हो. सो दिस इज की, दिस इज द बैटरी अप्लाइंग पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V, एंड दिस इज रियोस्टेट, और वी आर ट्राइंग टू इंक्रीज करंट थ्रू इट. सी, when the current is at a certain instant I, it is going to be increasing over period of time. So in this coil, what will happen is कि जो initially एक induced EMF है, that EMF will be setting up its direction. So this is the induced EMF जो इस direction को oppose करेगा, because it has to oppose the agency which produces it. अब earlier I said कि जैसे जैसे करंट का ग्रोथ होता है, जो इसके साथ मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स लिंक्ड है, वो भी ग्रो हो रहा है. सो आई कैन इमेजिन कि जब हमने स्टार्ट किया, देयर वर से दिस वाज द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एसोसिएटेड विद इट. जब हमने फिर थोड़ी देर बाद वेट किया, दिस फील्ड इंक्रीज्ड, बिकेम स्ट्रॉन्गर, और थोड़ी देर बाद हमने वेट किया, दिस बिकेम स्टिल मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर. So this magnetic field which is linked with the coil goes on increasing. Now, as I said earlier, कि जो ये magnetic flux है, which is the number of turns multiplied by phi, phi is flux linked with one turn, and we have the n times phi as equal to L into I, और जो induced EMF है, that induced EMF becomes magnitude wise equal to L into di by dt. अब ये जो induced EMF है, इसको आप मान सकते हैं कि dimensionally it is same as potential difference. So if you remember that work done dW is equal to Q into V. So I can put it like this, कि work done in electricity, so work done is equal to charge multiplied by potential difference. In this case, if you have to see that what is charge, which I put as, कि अगर मैं इसको लिखूं that dW is equal to dQ multiplied by V, so I can put this equation that dW is equal to I dt. Remember that I is equal to dQ divided by dt, which means dq is equal to I into dt. तो मैं dq की जगह लिख रहा हूं I into dt, और V की जगह आप चाहो तो आप induced EMF की वैल्यू यूज कर सकते हो, ये induced EMF जो हम लिख रहे हैं. Now I see that dW becomes equal to I into dt into induced EMF की जगह मैं लिख सकता हूं L into di divided by dt. So I have dt and dt cancelled out, so I get dW is equal to L into I into di. अब इस इक्वेशन में हम फिजिकली देखें कि व्हाट इज दिस वर्क हैपनिंग फॉर. ये वर्क किस वजह से हो रहा है? वर्क इसलिए हो रहा है दैट इफ आई वाज स्लाइडिंग दिस ऑब्जेक्ट ऑन ए सरफेस, सो आई वाज ट्राइंग टू मूव इट ऑन ए सरफेस, द मोमेंट आई ट्राई टू मूव इट, फ्रिक्शन अपोजेस मी. सो उस फ्रिक्शन के जो अपोजिशन को मैं एक अपोजिट फोर्स लगा रहा हूं, एंड आई एम ओवरकमिंग द फ्रिक्शन बाय अप्लाइंग अ फोर्स ऑन इट. So I have, in the similar manner, in an electric circuit, there is an opposition which is set up because of presence of the induced EMF, और उसके लिए we have to push the current into this circuit, और ये जो agency है, this agency has to do a work, and that work done for pushing a very small charge dq into the circuit against the opposition of the circuit is dW equal to dq into V. Now over period of time you will see कि अगर हम चाहें that we want to calculate that how much work was done over a time when we started with zero current, तो आपने एक zero current से start किया over a certain time, or you have been able to push the value from zero to some I or I naught, ये एक peak value है I naught. So कितना work हुआ होगा? And where is that work going to get stored? That work is getting stored in the form of this magnetic field. तो जो ये magnetic lines आप देख रहे हैं, the number of these magnetic lines linked with the circuit is increasing. That means the work is being stored in the form of magnetic energy. And we can calculate mathematically what will be that amount of work. So I integrate both sides, integrating both sides. Here I say that current has risen from 0 to I is some value. अगर आप इसको I0 भी कह देते हो, no problem. So I have the integral which will be like this. Integration of dW is W. We have here जो L है, it is not determined by the value of current in the circuit. तो L को मैं as a constant मान के बाहर निकाल रहा हूं. I have integration of this I with respect to I with respect to I from 0 to I naught. You understand that integration of x with respect to x, integration of x with respect to x is equal to x square by 2. So I have here an integral L into, this will be I square by 2, and this is integration of x with respect to x, I square by 2, or I have limits I naught and 0. When you give the limits to this expression, you obtain W equal to 1 by 2 into L into I naught square, which means that the work done in raising the current from 0 to I0 is equal to 1 by 2 into L into I0. And this work is stored in the circuit as magnetic energy, and that magnetic energy I write as UB. B stands for energy, B stands for magnetic, U stands for energy, is equal to 1 by 2 L into I naught square. तो याद रखें that whenever you see an inductor of self inductance L carrying a current I naught को अब I भी आप लिख सकते हो, and it is that time a storehouse of energy, and that energy which it stores is equal to 1 by 2 into self-inductance L into I naught square. Imagine that if the circuit has a pure inductance, or the circuit has an inductance which is very, very small, the energy stored will be very, very small, because the magnetic field built up inside it will not be strong, it will be a weak magnetic field. So इस लिहाज से जब भी हम चाहें कि एक ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी हम कन्वर्ट करें इनटू मैग्नेटिक फॉर्म, वी मस्ट हैव एन इंडक्टर, जिसको हम अब एक कॉइल्ड कंडक्टर को इंडक्टर कहते हैं. वी मस्ट हैव एन इंडक्टर विद वेरी लार्ज वैल्यू ऑफ सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस. In dealing with phenomena, particularly those where we have the electromagnetic waves and alternating currents, this inductance becomes a very important active property of the circuit. The way resistance plays a very strong role in the DC currents, inductor or an inductor has a huge role to play in case of AC circuits. So we can finally see that the property of self-inductance, which we define from this relation, that magnitude of self-inductance is equal to EMF E divided by di by dt. ये इसका magnitude है. So this equation can also be utilized for finding its dimensional formula. तो अगर आप self-inductance का dimensional formula निकालना चाहते हैं, this would be the dimensional formula. In ये EMF आपको याद होगा, it is volt, which is work divided by charge. So this EMF is work divided by charge. और ये जो di by dt हम divide कर रहे हैं, it becomes into dt divided by di. So I have work which will be m1 L2 t raised power minus 2 multiplied by time. Time I am writing as t raised power 1 divided by charge. Charge, you understand, is current into time, so it is A into t, or I, you understand, is A, so this is I. So finally we have m1, this will be L2 t raised power, तो यहाँ पर आपके पास 1 है, this will become t raised power, this will be minus 3 plus 1, that is t raised power minus 2, t raised power minus 2, and in the denominator you have a square, so it will become a raised power minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula of self-inductance, and in this case we have seen that how we can think of an inductor storing energy in the form of magnetic field, also called as magnetic energy, and that magnetic energy will be given by UB equal to 1 by 2 Li square. Just to remind you, we have had a capacitor which could also store energy in the form of an electric field, and the energy stored by a capacitor which was denoted by UE would be given by 1 by 2 into Q square by C. There is some resemblance between the two relations. We have 1 by 2 into L. L replaces 1 by C, L into I square. This is that Q square is replaced by I square, and in place of 1 by C we have L. L is self-inductance of the circuit. This concept will be of some utility once we go into the LC oscillations, and in an LC oscillation we are able to change electrical energy into magnetic energy and vice versa to set up electromagnetic oscillations in the circuit. Thank you.